What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it. What about it should we recognize? The whole thing is
That
insane.
world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you.
Why are there mushrooms?
If you
on
can't
them?
remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, cause it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, cause now it's time for the final class trial.
What am I doing? Truth bullets. If we're remembering, it's inside Jack, right?
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember anything, this is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
No, so yeah.
Come on, bitches! What the fuck
You want us to when it comes to that crazy I don't understand.
What's the meaning? Is this another one of—
I mean, what am I supposed to—
Nobody can...
No, that's wrong. Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other Toko. Genocide Jack.
What?
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her? No! Absolutely not! That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity!
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Hold on.
Dun, da, da, da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer! Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you!
Nice to meet you too.
Hold on. What do you... No, it's not her. Sorry, it's Junko. Junko was the mastermind.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen!
Sorry, but you're wrong. Yep.
Aye aye! Roger, you got it, Captain!
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know? Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the
Fucking
tragedy?
tell us.
The tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot?
Nice.
Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Fucking.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Jesus.
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening.
What?
But it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
What?
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Oh, fuck.
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago.
We know
It
that.
was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it.
No, you didn't. That's a lie.
I guess you could say what happened was man-made.
Jesus.
But it
Kyoko,
was
my
more on
gal.
the level of a worldwide
The best
natural
detective.
disaster.
By the way, Kyoko was. By the way, to speed you up, Kyoko. So Kyoko's title is the ultimate detective. Oh, you fucker! There you are. Yeah, as you can see, ultimate detective, and she came to the school to meet her dad, but her dad was dead, and so, yeah. But she did meet him. It's a lot. You just gotta watch the last part.
Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history! And as a result, in basically no time flat! The world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
Ah! I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel.
By the way, Junko's whole gimmick is that she switches.
Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous. I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Togami Corporation,
Oh.
which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Wow, you're so fucking evil. The Togami family fell. The family fell. The family fell.
Correct. Well done, peasant.
Fuck
But
you.
I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
No.
Do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Coming from you, maybe.
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Togami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Ooh.
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago!
Hold on! That doesn't make any sense!
Huh? I don't make sense?
There's no way that happened a year ago! I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago! If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Wait.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
Wait, what? 2 years ago? What is that?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God.
So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends here. Memories that were stolen from us. If what Junko says is true, if we came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so, the memories that she took was our lives at Hope
I
Peak.
got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. Nope. No. Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
Am I?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life? That's not possible!
I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it, but there's nothing but our desire. That's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible. But if it's true, then we have to accept it. Locker pocketbook, group photo of Kyoko and Headmaster's ebook, locker notebook.
2 years worth of memories.
I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
That's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Because we found his handwriting.
Hiro, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
What's Is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. What the? This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No! No way!
it looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
Hers.
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
Jesus Christ.
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago.
So
The
you may have
biggest,
still our
most
friends.
awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
Oh, understandable.
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
When our memories come apart, is she talking about the moment we must have lost our memories? I can only think of something at this one moment. At the end, when I fainted at the entry exam, when I got my... It was when I fainted.
I got it! The moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than that day. When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on the desk.
We know this.
I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
Damn.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof! Gone! Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time.
We already met.
Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other.
But by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Oh.
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this.
I love you all so much.
Fuck you. I'm gonna fucking fight hands. I'm gonna throw hands, bro.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
Then she got horny.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
The ultimate despair, all mankind.
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay?
Damn, everyone's just
Back
fucking
to when
now.
everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history. And the ultimate despair that caused it.
It was you.
I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know? It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened. Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once. So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter. That's right. It was transformed into a shelter. I said it twice.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison.
It was us, wasn't it?
Do any of you know who that might have been?
You're fat.
The headmaster.
I got it! It could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside.
You fat.
That's why he asked us to make that promise.
Just kidding.
To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a
Roadblocks
fresh
anyone.
start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in
The little
you.
boy. What the hell?
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea
What
that
the heck
we,
is this
the
game?
ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school.
It's Danganronpa, and it's kind of like murder mystery slash like detective. You should probably watch another YouTuber, because frankly I suck at this game. But other than that, it's very enjoyable.
So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
Goofy nigga.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter,
Wrong chat,
it
my
was
big
time
bro.
for me and
It's
Mukuro
fine.
to get to work.
No harm, no foul.
And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
You only let us live so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Stream looks good.
Why? Why would you
Thank
do
you.
that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why I...
Well, why don't you tell me?
What the mastermind did to show everyone in the other outside world, that was you hijacked the airwaves, right? Because that's the only way. If you wanted to show people, hijack.
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
What?
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Oh.
You expelled them?
Oh my god.
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair.
So you just used us?
Well, sure,
Oh, to
but I also
forecast
gave you a
off,
second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when
You're
all
so
the
full
other
of
students
shit.
were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
You're a whore.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth.
This
Which is
porno
what you
got a lot of
wanted,
storyline.
right? So, does it it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless?
Man, this porno has a long ass storyline. I wonder when they're gonna start fucking.
You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
Truth full of despair.
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having
Fuck you,
ended and
Doug
all.
Richards.
What?
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
Aw.
We get it! We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already! So help us! I'll do
Stupid
anything!
garbage man
Just
nigga.
help me!
Nigga, fuck you and yo cold sold.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it.
Impregnated fucker. TF is cold sold goofy nigga.
And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's
Doug,
falling
back up.
apart, but I haven't seen it for myself.
Red, did you join?
So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
I didn't expect
Yay,
you
Doug,
to...
back up.
Until you see it with your own eyes, truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and
Fuckers
you're
a
all
bus duo.
goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you. For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't
Doug,
kill
leave me
anyone.
alone.
I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
I don't even know what's happening. I mean in chat. not
That's
story.
why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us.
I wanted to beat my dick,
It's
not
murder!
to whack ass
Plain and
Negro
simple.
fucks.
Ah, so we got a white right? No, never mind.
You stole our memories, invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner.
Leave Emmy the hell alone.
Don't worry, I got him out. He should be in timeout for a bit, so don't worry about it.
It's all your fault!
You certainly have a
Don't
talent for
worry,
passing
even
the
on my
buck,
phone
don't
I still
you?
have control.
That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
Thanks, nigga.
No problem.
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did ya? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
In just trying to watch a good show.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
This is
It's just one person?
this is the climax of the story, so there will be an execution. So I hope you two will stick to the end.
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this!
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win, to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
And idiots like Doug come here disrupting.
Yeah, that's understandable. Not you, Red, but yeah. What?
You mean we just...
We'd have to just live here? She's saying she'll let us live!
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb!
Fuck.
Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
Fuck.
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Of course.
Me? Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
I'm gonna pull out my Uno card. +4, hit you with that.
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Sacrifice me. But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No! That's not it!
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in?
Nigga
Whose
fuck you,
despair is
ill
gonna
suicide
sign
bomb
your
your
death
fucking
warrant?
shitty anime nigga, you put me in timeout, now I'm fixing to fucking put your PS4 in bye bye Z.
Okay. Oh well. Ironic. So what do you think? Oh, sorry. Anyway, let's just enjoy the story for what it is, alright?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair! We're not gonna lose to you!
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope. And your stupid life!
The final
He
vote
has returned.
to be an idiot. Anyway. Besides, I don't believe him doing any of that dumb PS4 shit. Even if my PS4 was to, I don't know, blow up some dumb shit, I'll still have enough time to react. This is it, the ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone, I have to make them remember, I have to convince them to not give up, to live in despair, that's not really living at all. Nope. I know what my options are if everyone's
We
quiet.
won't give up! As long as there's
Leave my
hope,
friend
we'll
alone.
never give up!
Hope.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Don't lose hope now!
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
We won't give up!
So everyone has
As long
to...
as there's hope,
so
we'll
everyone
never give
needs,
up!
Everyone needs a hope
If
bullet.
I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
What need you? Got it. Gotcha.
Don't lose hope now!
I've been thinking about all this. And I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do? You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. I think that's definitely what she'd say. Which is why yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end.
Yep.
I decided
faith.
By the way,
The air outside, the only
Yep.
reason is thanks to the air.
Yep.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
if I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt.
Okay.
In other words, as soon as I die,
We saw in the video that people were
the
living.
communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
That's fine.
Meh.
But meh.
Don't lose hope now!
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no.
Nope. We're skipping that.
We
I'm not
won't
being with
give
that
up.
audio.
As long as there's hope, we'll never
Uh-oh.
give up.
I'm out of
If I were to
concentration.
doubt, that would be the end.
I've
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've all been. I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
Nah, you had pride, didn't you?
Don't lose hope now.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you?
Maybe.
Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair.
Lioness.
But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to doubt, that would be the end.
I've decided.
By the way,
Yep.
the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've all been. I can keep on living. All of you will have to. You'll have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Nah. And last but not least,
Don't lose hope now.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly,
sorry.
but if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that...
Don't.
No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
What the hell are you?
Did you Bandug?
I want to say yes, but I could be wrong. The ultimate hope has been added to the true bullet section of your handbook.
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip. Shut up,
I
shut
wanna
up, shut
chat
up,
with
shut
him.
up, shut up!
I know.
Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but I still. The moment of truth.
You suck!
It's
What do you
time
want?
for him to
So
pay.
uncool! You dare to stand against us?
Oh my gosh, you have so much health.
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross.
I got this, I got this, I
Suffer
got this,
from
I don't got
despair.
this. Oh, fuck me.
I just love despair.
You suck. What do you want? So uncool.
You're unbearable.
Hope is a joke.
I need more ammo.
Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're
Ammo,
gross.
ammo, ammo.
Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless.
I got this.
Despair into tomorrow.
Hope keeps
Nope.
on going. I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
What's going on? What's happening?
A. I think I got a good grade on this. Wow.
Can you give his permissions back?
I don't think so. Nope.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing. With our own hands.
Well, with everyone else gone, the only person left is Junko Inoshima, aka the ultimate despair.
The hell?
Indeed.
You lost, Junko.
I lost?
I lost? Me? No
Well,
way.
that's just...
It can't be. You still don't accept it. Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it
Well,
now.
that's just... totally the best! So this is despair.
We came to the school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for
And
it.
now I...
To come this far and fail at the very end
True despair.
is the most ultimately ultimate despair. What are you talking
And now
about? Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This one-in-a-lifetime experience. It's my first and last colossal despair here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste of the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
True despair.
I'm so hopelessly happy right now. What? Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway.
So are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I win or lose? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best!
Outside is only despair, inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Let me tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Yeah, everyone?
Hey.
You said that despair is as contagious as many diseases.
However.
But the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is. Kyoko.
No.
Stop it. Stop. I hate those faces you're making. To see those awful looks cause me nothing but pain.
There's one last thing.
Fine, let me just say one last thing. If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, there's no skin off your nose. But just be warned, from this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide, maybe you'll find some hope. But there is a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that you still plan to cling to your hope, of course, because we shut up. That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
It can't be.
Do you really intend to go through with this? This was the arrangement, right? Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it!
On a real note, is there any sex scenes?
No, fuck no. God, Jesus. They're like 18? No.
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste that despair of death that you only get once in a life.
Don't get in my way!
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful. Even a tenth of this despair. Even 100.
Just kidding. Laughing.
I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this.
Get ready.
I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I'll let y'all enjoy it. And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial, Junko Inoshima, the ultimate despair, life at Host Peak Academy, it was all over. Ultimate pain, suffering, despair, execution, death. Monokomo hair tie. I do not want to save it there. Don't fuck with me, game. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed, but with one exception, the air purifier turned off, just like Junko said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Goodbye, Despair High School. Epilogue. We left the courtroom and made way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door, nobody made a sound. It felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But, in the end...
Hey.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who brought the silence.
Makoto.
Would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we obtained. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. But in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
But is that really it? Is that really the key to this door? You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words...
I will force you out. She said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But...
You never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's going to make your school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically she'd let us leave here alive.
It's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe?
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. I guess that's true. There's nothing to worry about.
Beautiful scissors!
Yeah. We get it. Where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We're just about to leave the school. Leave? We can go outside? Then that means me and Master can get married?
That's
get
enough.
It. Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway...
Don't worry, I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem. And it's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about. You know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks...
Serious?
Maybe when we get out of here, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of that door is a world as peaceful as we remember. A lie, peaceful as we remember, No matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike the school, the world is really big, right? So since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
In other words...
They have to searching for hope to try and find it. That by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into. Am I wrong? Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you, I'll follow you anywhere.
You got it!
Well, my first step is going to find donuts.
Hey.
And we're going to do that if there are no donuts.
Okay.
I'll make flour and make some myself, and if there's no flour, I'll grow some wheat. I get it now. If there's no road, just build one. Creation, fate is telling me to make the world. That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next day. The next chapter of my life is about to begin. Thanks, Hina. You totally opened my eyes. Hey, personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Well, Makoto, even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is stepped into despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There's so few of us. We're so small, so what can we do? No, we could probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed. But if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story...
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still. It does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
It looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world, I can move ahead. The door began to open with my hands, with our hands. Hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. And that's the end. What the fuck?
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
Fuck me. Alright. Easter egg present. Would you like to save your data? And that is the end of Danganronpa. A lot of things happened. A lot of our friends died. But in the end, we understood what happened. And maybe I'll do a part 2 of this. Who knows? I mean part 2 of Danganronpa 2, because this also came with the other one.